Hello dear students, welcome back to the NCERT Science class of 6th standard. Dear students, in the previous class we have studied the different components of habitat. There we have studied the two main components are there. That is, the first one is biotic component, the second one is abiotic component. Here the biotic component means the components of the habitat. See dear students, I have also explained when we see so far in all the habitats there are two components are present. One is living component and another one is non-living component. When we see so far in all the habitats, either you can take forest habitat, forest is an habitat, desert is an habitat, mountain is an habitat, grassland is an habitat, then sea and ocean, these are the habitat, river is an habitat. Yes, in all these habitat you will see the two types of things. One is living thing and another one is non-living things. In here what happens, the living things that we are having, we are living here, we are the living things. Plants are living things, all the insects, birds, the different living components, that is called as the biotic component. Bio means life. The components of the habitat which are having the life, those components of the habitats are called as the biotic component. Next, dear students, abiotic components. Come to the abiotic components, the components of the habitat whose doesn't have the life, that is non-living things which are present in an habitat are called as the abiotic components. See, the non-living things like soil, rocks, buildings and sunlight, air, water, these are the abiotic component that we have studied in the previous class. Next, dear students, today we are going to study the habitat. See, adaptations of the living organisms. See, we will study about the different habitats in which the different living organisms, how they are adapted to that different habitats. The different habitats, like in one textbook has given desert, second one mountain, then third one grassland, and fourth one aquatic habitat like ocean and all. That he has given. We will study the first one. We will study first of all we should have to know the meaning. Already we have studied about the adaptation. Adaptation means the special characters of the living organisms which are adjusted with their surrounding, Understood or not? The special characters or the special features of a living organisms which enables them to survive, which enables it to survive to its surrounding, with respect to its surrounding. For example, our body is adjusted with that climatic condition. We will get a very toughest problem, we will get a very difficult to survive in the Antarctica. Antarctica is a very coldest region. I am adjusted to that climatic condition, moderate climatic condition, southern Indian climatic condition. If I goes to the Antarctica, North Pole or South Pole, there is the totally covered with the ice. I will get very difficult to survive. It means I already adjusted to that climatic condition. Isn't it? That is called as the adaptation. Means the process of adjustment of living organisms or the special characteristics of the living organisms which enables them to survive in their surrounding, or which enables them to adjust themselves to their surrounding. Yes. Next, dear students, the different types of adaptations of different habitats we will study. The first of all, we will study the desert habitat. Desert habitat. See, separately we will study the plants and animals of the desert. The first of all, we will study the desert plants. Adaptation of Adaptation of plants. Or you can take the animals. First, if you want to take animals, or you can take animals or plants. See, the first one. See, in case of deserts, the plants like cactus, leafless plants are present. That is, the plants is totally covered with the spines. Spines. Like cactus, on the cactus will get the spines. Next, the plants here having the long roots. And third one, see, leaves, the plants with less leaves or short leaves are absent. Leaves are absent. Then fourth one, the leaves of the plants covered with a layer which prevents transpiration. Which prevents the transpiration. Yes, he has given very few points, but I have given 4 or 5 points. Again, 4 are there, but this is one enough. See, in case of when we go to the deserts, we will see the plants. Mainly the plants like cactus with spines and leafless. The leaves are absent, or leaves are maybe short. Yes, such plants are present in the desert. Why? See, leaves allow green leaves. What happens? They need more water, and water will be transparent. Leaves are absent, or leaves may be shorter. The long roots are present. In case of desert, the water scarcity is there. Availability of water is very less, or no, there is no any water in the desert, or less water. The availability of water is very less in the desert, very less. That's why the plants of deserts are having the long roots. The plants of the roots, they move in the deeper part of the earth crust to suck the water. Yes, means the roots are long. The next, the plants of the leaves covered with a layer called as a cuticle. Cuticle that we will study later in the higher classes. Cuticle, that is a waxy layer is present. When we see the cactus leaf keenly, we will see a polished like a layer we will see in the desert. It means a cuticle is present, a glassy cuticle just like a laminated cover is present on the surface of the plant. It avoids the overflow of water through the leaves. Water is transmitting. That you have studied transpiration. While studying the parts of the plants, transpiration, through the transpiration, what happens? The water is moving out from the plant body to avoid the flow of water, water through the transpiration. A hard cover called as the cuticle is present in case of plants. These are the characteristics of the plants of desert. Yes, the desert plants characteristics points these are mentioning. Next, the adaptation of animals of the desert. This one is the first, and here the second. Second, adaptation of you know that camel is a ship of desert. Camel is a ship of desert that we have studied. Here, when we see the structure of camel, is having long legs. Why it is having long legs? It walks on the desert. Desert during daytime, the temperature is more, near about 45 degrees Celsius. More than near about 40-45 degrees Celsius. What happens? The temperature is more in the desert, or sometimes in some areas the temperature is near about 50 degrees Celsius in the desert. What happens, dear students? Due to the high temperature, the animals they can't live in that high temperature, but the camel survive in the desert, who's having a long legs to protect its body far from the hot desert, having the long legs. First point. Long legs. Yes. And next, such animals who doesn't have the limbs or the short limbs, like rats, then snakes, such animals that will buried in the deeper part. See, the animals like snakes, some animals, some creeping animals, buried under the soil. Under the soil during daytime. Yes. Then body color is adjusted, light brown color. Yes. These are the next. Such animals, they doesn't need more amount of water. Such animals only can survive in these climatic conditions. These are the adaptations of plants and animals in the desert habitat. In desert, the plants with these special adaptive characters are present. Plants and animals with that adaptive characters. See, next, dear students, come to the next habitat. That is first habitat that what we have studied, desert habitat. In desert habitat, the plants and animals are present with adaptive characters. The plants with that adaptive characters, animals with that adaptive characters are present. Now we are going to study the another habitat, that is mountain habitat. Mountain, second one, first one we have studied desert habitat, second one we are going to learn mountain habitat. In mountain region, you know the meaning of means you may not know that in the mountain like Himalaya, you may have went there or you may have saw that, but I don't have the experience on the mountain. But from the books I know that mountain regions, which kinds of plants are present. But I went to the Ooty, the mountain region in southern India, the highest peak in the southern India. There I saw different kinds of plants during the study tour. See here adaptation of plants in the mountain regions. Adaptation. When we go to the mountain regions, there you will see the plants which are cone shaped. Cone shaped. You might have saw the Xmas tree. Xmas tree that you might have saw. See what happens? Cone shaped. Cone shaped plants. Cone shaped. Yes, the plants with cone shaped. Cone shaped. Leaves are needle like. Needle like. Branches are sloping towards the ground. Towards the ground. Yes. Then that's enough. See, I will tell you, when you go to the mountain regions, there you will see the heavy plant, tall plants with the branches are sloping towards the ground. Not like in our area, what happens? The branches are present in upward direction. See, but in case of mountain region, what happens? The branches with the slopy region. Why it is so? See, in the mountain region, it is a cold climatic region, or in some mountain regions, what happens? The ice fall may occur. Ice fall may occur. See what happens? The leaves again. See why they are cone shaped. If the ice falls, that has to be sloped down. That has to slide down towards the ground, isn't it? That's why the branches are slopy towards the ground. Branches are slopy towards the ground in the mountain region. If ice falls on this surface of the plant or the branches, that has to be laid down, or that has to move down towards the ground. The next, dear students, the branches, the leaves are the needle-like. Why the branches, leaves are needle-like? See what happens if the leaves are flattened. What happens? Ice falls on the leaves. What happens? That may break down. That's why the leaves of the plants of the mountain habitat are the needle shaped, sharp needle-like. What happens? That will not allow the ice to clot on the surface of the leaves. That will be moved down. Isn't it? Next, dear students, the branches are sloping towards the ground, and next they are cone shaped. These are the character examination. You may ask, write the characteristics of the plant of mountain habitat, or the write the adaptations of plants of mountain habitat. Isn't it? Next, you come to the animals. Animals of the mountain habitat. Adaptations of mountain plants. First one. The second one is adaptation of animals. See, in the icefall areas, what happens? We will see the animals with white color. You may see the white cheetah or polar bear, which is white in color. The animals with white fur. And with the long fur on their body, white color, fur with a long fur. Fur means body hairs on the animals are called as the fur. Yes, these long furs are present. The next, wide paws, with grooves on their wide paws and grooves on their toes. Yes. Next, thick skin, more fat, etc. These are the body characters of the mountain animals. See, you must know that polar bear, which is white in color and having the long body fur. Why they are having the long body fur? Furs or the hairs on their body are long. Why? Because to protect from the cold climatic conditions. Hairs are the bad conductor of heat. Heat will not transmit from the long fur or the long hairs on their body to protect from the cold climatic condition. Yes, they are having white fur and furs are the long in nature. Then they are having the wide paws to walk on the snow or the wide paws, and the paws are having the hook-shaped grooves to walk on the properly to walk on the hill station or the hills or the mountains. The next, the body skin is a thick in nature to protect it from the cold climatic condition. The next, body is having more fat. It means fat is a bad conductor of heat, isn't it? These are the characteristics of the mountain habitat. Dear students, in examination, he may ask, write the characteristics of the different habitat. In the first, we have studied the habitat of the we have studied the adaptations of the desert habitat. We have studied the mountain habitat, both separately. That is, we have studied the adaptation of plants to the desert habitat, adaptation of animals to the desert habitat, and also we have studied the adaptation of plants to the mountain habitat. We have studied the adaptation of animals to the mountain habitat separately. In examination, he may ask for 5 marks both together. Then remaining one more, that is grassland habitat. Here Next come to the grassland habitat. Adaptation of plants. Next, adaptation of animals. Adaptation of animals. Here see on the grass, see needle shaped grasses, short needle shaped grasses. Needle shaped grass, then their color may be, see, long grass, and grasses are long. Next, medium sized plants. Medium size, not so high, not so tall, because the grassland is an habitat for all the wild animals like lion, tiger, deer, and all. That's why there the plants and grasses are available to feed to the animals, isn't it? These are the grasses. These are the characteristics of the plants. See, needle-shaped grass, long grass, the tall grass, and the plants are medium size. Isn't it? In your textbook, he has not given much more about the plant habitat. But here, in case of animals, he has given. That is, body colors are related with the grasses. That is, light brown color, brown colored body. Then next, body color is a brown. The next, after this one, body color is a brown, and eyes are present on the front side. When we see the pictures or the photos of lion and tiger, you will see that eyes are present on the front side to catch the prey, to see the prey from so far distance. Yes, eyes are present on the, most of the animals are having the eyes on the front side. But in some animals, what happens, like deer and all, on either side the eyes are present to see from all the directions. Yes, deer also present in there. The next, see here he is going to tell us long claws, to run flee to catch the prey or to protect them from the predators. Deer runs to protect themselves from the predators like lion and tiger. Lion and tigers are the predators. And prey means to which the lion and tiger hunts are the kill. That is, deer is a prey, and next predator means lion and tigers are the predators. Long claws. Next, the strong teeth to strong teeth. Strong teeth to chew or to crush the hard substances, to feed the grasses and all. Strong teeth, and in some animals, long ears. To listen the sound of predators. Like in case of deer, what happens? In case of deer, what happens? Long ears are there to listen the sound of predators. Predators like lion and tiger, which are going to kill the deer. To listen the sound of predators, they are having the long ears. That's why they are very sharp to listen